She gets a divorce after posting cringe on social media. We've got a video for you here today from the Modern King. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way in, and let's get into it.
So me and my husband are in a huge fight right now.
Oh, how original. Someone airing their dirty laundry on social media.
He actually left, and he said he's going to stay gone until I get my act together. So I'm going to tell you what happened, okay?
Okay.
He works like 70 hours a week, okay? And I asked him if we can go out to eat. We went out to eat yesterday, and I asked him again if we can go out to eat again. He said that this can't be something we do on a routine basis. And I'm just like, why not?
Well, I can think of multiple very good reasons why a person shouldn't make going out to eat on a regular basis a thing.
Outside of the fact that going out to eat is costly, time consuming, and usually unhealthy, it's also the principle of the matter. If her husband is working 70 hours a week, the least she can do is cook a meal for him every once in a while to show her appreciation.
But let's hear what they have to say.
Why not? When you have the money to do it, and you make all that money, why can't we do that? And he says, because we're supposed to be saving.
That's a reasonable response, and it sounds like they have their priorities where they should be.
We're supposed to save? What are we investing in? Why are we saving in the first place?
Well, there is this thing called the future, and a lot of individuals believe in putting money aside in case they need it, or, heaven forbid, saving up so they can actually retire someday.
Men who work like that know that life is imperfect, bad things happen, and when they do, it's best to have some money set aside so that they don't have to worry about emergencies. If she's so worried about that, she can spend her own money instead of relying on his for a meal.
First of all, what I'm not going to do is sit here and allow someone to tell me what my money, that's my money too, because we're married. I'm not going to allow someone to tell me what my money is going to go towards.
Well, it definitely sounds like someone should, because at least one person in that relationship is responsible enough not to think of just the here and now.
And if he's going to keep it up, then he don't have to come back.
Right. So if they keep being responsible and forward thinking, then someone doesn't want them around. I think they'd be better off.
It's always been insane to me how you have these women who think that they can lay claim to the man's income, especially when they don't even work or contribute. It's completely ridiculous.
I'm literally having a mental breakdown, but I kind of just had this epiphany that maybe these women didn't meet like Mr. Right or the perfect man that just fell from the sky one day. Like, yeah, maybe the guy like treats them well, like treats them like a human, but I don't think these women actually like met like the most perfect man ever. I think a lot of women just accept and tolerate because it's tolerable. Like,
the types of women who marry good men and start families know that nothing is going to be effortless. There's going to be bumps in the road, there's going to be arguments, but they also know that they'll get through it with the man that they married, which is something that's lost on this woman and many modern women, by the way.
Every day we get on this app and we lose brain cells. Oh, you're crying and having a mental breakdown because you realize that people marry imperfect people? And if you marry somebody, you have to marry someone who's imperfect and not everything you ever wanted? Let me ask you a question, Bethany. Do you think you're everything he ever wanted? Do you think you can't have a smaller waist and a fatter? You think he likes that little pudge at the bottom of your stomach? Do you think he likes the annoying part of your personality? Do you think he likes to talk as much as you like to talk, or he just listens because he has to deal with an imperfect woman? And how do you think you would feel if you saw a man online crying about marrying an imperfect woman? Oh my God, you're so dumb.
You can't demand a perfect man in life if you're constantly going on TikTok to have nervous breakdowns about how you can't find a perfect man. Women like this refuse to understand that life isn't a romantic comedy, and they'd rather ruin their lives than actually accept that.
Okay, guys, are you done eating? Yeah, can we get 2 checks? Hey, 2 checks? My friend is here. Like, was you not gonna pay for me? Who said I'm paying for you? Well, you are a man, right? Well, since you're a woman, go make me a sandwich. Put some mayonnaise on it. Excuse me? You can't tell me what I have to do just because of my gender. Interesting. Listen, if you're broke, just say that. If you want to get punched in your jaw, just say that. Excuse me? Hey! Whoa, sir. What is the problem here? There's a problem? How you gonna solve it? Whoa. Listen, calm down, babe, please. We was having a good day. Listen, boo, you better calm your man down. Okay, sir, you gotta calm down.
You can't just say that the man is supposed to pay for everything while also refusing to be anything even remotely feminine. Acting spoiled, hurling insults, and being mean spirited isn't going to get these women anywhere in life, which is purely their choice, by the way.
My wife called me her practice husband in front of her friends, so I showed her what practice divorce looks like. I'd been married to Haley for 3 years. Decent marriage, or so I thought. I made good money. She'd quit her job a year after we got married to figure out what she really wanted to do, and I'd been supporting both of us ever since. Last Friday, she had her girlfriends over for dinner like she did every month. I cooked, served them, then went to clean up. That's when I heard my name and tuned in. Honestly, girls, Anthony's just my practice husband until I find someone better. I literally froze with a plate in my hand. Her friend asked what she meant by practice husband, and Haley started explaining how I was good for now because I paid all her bills and did the cooking, but she wasn't planning to stay with me forever.
No husband deserves to be treated that way. If a woman ever has the nerve to refer to the man that she married as her practice husband, I mean, I really hope the dude would just leave after hearing that nonsense.
Said I was fine for practice, but not husband material long term. The problem was she couldn't leave me yet because I paid for everything. All three started laughing like it was the funniest thing ever. What hit me wasn't just what she said, it was how casually she said it. Like obvious accepted fact. She wasn't confessing some secret, just stating the situation like commenting on the weather. After her friends left, I waited an hour before confronting her. When I asked about the practice husband comment, she acted confused at first. When I spelled it out, her whole demeanor changed. Oh, that. Yeah, I said that. Do you have a problem? Just like that. No apology, no explanation.
He humiliated him in front of her friends, demeaned his name, and took his love for granted, and she somehow thinks that he doesn't have a right to be offended by that. Women like this are just clinically insane, guys. I'm telling you, bring back insane asylums.
That weekend was the longest 48 hours of my life. Haley acted completely normal while I sat there thinking about how she'd basically admitted to using me as a financial safety net. Monday morning, I called in sick and went to my lawyer. Best decision I ever made was insisting on that prenup 3 years ago. Haley hadn't been happy about it, kept saying it showed I didn't trust her. Turns out my paranoia was justified. The prenup was straightforward. Anything I owned before marriage stayed mine. Anything I earned during marriage stayed mine unless she could prove financial contribution. Since she'd quit working and hadn't contributed financially in 2 years, she had no claim to the house, savings, or car.
The first major red flag that he ignored was glossing over how offended she got when he insisted that they get a prenup before the wedding. Let me tell you guys, anytime a woman gets offended at the idea of a prenup, she has to go, in my opinion.
I spent the week quietly preparing, moved money from joint accounts, changed passwords, updated contact information. Haley never noticed because she never paid attention to finances anyway. I had divorce papers drawn up Thursday, then I waited for the perfect moment. Saturday morning, as soon as she left for brunch with her girlfriends, I called to cancel her credit cards and froze our joint checking account. 30 minutes to cut off the financial pipeline. Around 1:30, my phone started buzzing. First text asking me to call the bank because her card got declined. Then increasingly frantic messages as she realized she couldn't pay for anything. Half an hour later, she came storming in, yelling about how embarrassing it was when her cards got declined, how her friend had to pay for lunch.
It's interesting how the subject of embarrassment always revolves around money, whether it's making fun of him for being her piggy bank or how she felt humiliated because she couldn't pay for her overpriced brunch. She has no idea that the real embarrassment is actually just her.
I was sitting on the couch with divorce papers in my lap and boxes beside me. When she stopped yelling, I told her real calm, "Yeah, I canceled the cards because you don't need them anymore." That's when she noticed the papers and boxes. I handed her the divorce papers and explained this was her graduation from practice marriage. The look on her face was worth every penny I'd spent on her. Pure shock, then panic, then desperate backtracking. She tried every approach, claiming it was a joke, apologizing, getting angry, making it my fault. But the damage was done. I'd heard exactly what she thought of our marriage. When she tried to argue she couldn't be kicked out because it was her house too, I showed her the prenup. You could see her face change as she realized how screwed she was. She'd signed away any claim to everything. I gave her 2 hours to pack and get out. She tried crying, tried arguing, tried one last desperate plea. I told her she should have thought about that before calling me practice.
You could tell she meant every word of what she said to her friends the night he was doing the dishes. She was just hoping that his memory was as dull as her ability to lie, but it clearly wasn't.
Rights, but we can't define what a woman is. But also men can be women. And no uterus, no opinion. But also men can get pregnant. Men are oppressing us. But also, it's okay if biological men take over our spaces and our sports. Women are so over-sexualized in this culture. But it's empowering if women are the ones sexualizing them.
And on that note, yes, oh my God, you explained that very perfectly.
Womanism is nothing but a massive list of contradictions that are designed to allow a modern woman to feel both oppressed and empowered at the exact same time, which is why if you ever poke holes in their quote-unquote logic, they get insanely mad at you for it.
Especially the sexualizing part. That It makes no sense to me. Hi guys, they're sexualizing us. But then you go to a rave, what literally, have you seen what the women look like when they go to raves? They literally wear no clothing. I've seen a girl, I forget exactly what I saw it on. I think it was like on this platform or something else. And she's like, okay, get ready with me to go on a rave. She's literally wearing nothing. And most of the girls that go there wear nothing and then get mad when it gets theirs. Guys, you're wearing literally nothing. There's children around. Let me go out and wear nothing and just being my underwear. And let's see how you act with that. Yeah, you're probably not gonna like it. You know, it makes no sense to me, especially with the OF girls and all this other kind of stuff. We talk about stop sexualizing women, but then you sexualize yourself and then you get mad when you're sexualized. I don't think that women should be sexualized, but also don't intentionally sexualize yourself because you're saying that men are sexualizing you. It makes literally no sense.
The way these women dress when they go out makes no sense at all. They claim that they all want to go out into the world practically unclothed, and it's the evil men who are stopping them, which makes no sense since modern women don't even listen to men anyway.
Women who get the most hate from other women are women who are in relationships and marriages. I am convinced that women hate men so much to where they will completely demean and pick apart a woman that absolutely loves her. You will be called pick-me's, you will be called stupid, you will be called everything in the world just because a single woman hates men so bad. Let's not even talk about the vile things that they will say about your spouse, right? And please keep in mind, all this is just coming from their own hatred and just simply because they hate men.
It's not just that they hate men, there's a lot of jealousy and insecurity that goes into that. A lot of modern women are so pissed over the idea that they are not married, they don't have a family, they're never going to have kids, and they need to project all of that onto men who quite literally don't even care. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Click this video that's up on the screen now if you want to see more. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.